Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome. This is Trap Sushi Live, and my name is Stephanie.
And I'm Troop.
And we are here with our special guest, the one and only Keats.
What's going on?
Thank you so much for doing this with
appreciate
us, by the
you
way.
both.
So Keats, obviously first, just to kick things off, let everybody know, what is your origin story?
Whew. Well, I was, born and raised in New York, Long Island. Dad is from the Bronx, mother's from Long Island. Had an older sister who really set the way. She's 3 years older, so she's now a doctor. So yeah, she went on. Everybody in school knew her, so it kind of had me, be on my stuff. So fast forward, I went to college, Florida. I thought I was gonna go for aerospace engineering, and then once I got into the course load, I noticed it just didn't gel with my biorhythm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I kind of did some self-seeking and soul-searching, and I was like, you know what? Social media is really on the come up. I'm a entertaining person. I love music, entertainment. So I switched my major to marketing and literally just bet on myself from there. So I made a plan to get my degree and then pursue entertainment with marketing. And in between then, I would do IT. So I'll use my degree to fund the projects, the mixes for the songs, the artworks, the coverage videos or whatever.
Okay.
And I decided to move to Atlanta. It was a couple spots, back to New York, Miami, LA, and I landed on Atlanta. It was drivable, pretty. You could live off an entry level, salary.
Mm-hmm.
So everything was pretty T's crossed, I's dotted. And I worked, as an IT manager for 3 years, from 2017 to 2020.
Are you in Atlanta?
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, as soon as I moved in, but at the same time, I was rapping heavy. I was doing live shows. I would always do showcases, and this was before pandemic, so I had 5 shows a week, maybe a week for every day, for the first 3 to 6 months. Ooh. So I would go to these shows, we be out on Flat Shows Road or whatever.
Yeah.
And you stay up, and it's they do these competitions, or you pay to do it, and everyone would put me in their story, and I would start with my beatboxing and stuff. So when other people saw their stories, they would invite me to shows. So it just kind of kept going that. But after a while, it was I'm you know what, I'm good. I started to feel it. I'm yo, this is good to do these performances, but I got it down. I need to work on my internet presence more, because maybe I had about 10K total on following social media. And I was I need to get that up, because everything is, virtual, going virtual. And I started with social media. So did a lot of stuff happen, a lot of drama with my team, and I had to start from ground zero.
Damn.
At first I was Keats the Geek, and then I just said Keats because I took my name from a poet. So yeah, I found TikTok. My manager told me about TikTok, and he was my kids are on TikTok, you need to get on there. So I consumed it, and this is late 2019, so it was still new. A lot of people weren't on there, so I was just acting a goof on there because no one followed me, no one knew me. And within 2 weeks, I had hundreds of thousands of followers. Ooh. So I really don't know what it was like to have TikTok and just be a consumer, because within 2 weeks, it just blew up. And my name Keats Did It just stuck.
Yeah.
So I started with the Planets videos. I was doing lip syncs. You remember when lip syncing was a huge thing? So I did some lip sync videos, and that got me I think it was 600,000 views on TikTok. And then I was oh, okay, now this is the time for original content. I can, because you don't start with any followers, but I started to get some because of those lip sync videos. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna try to do a skit. And this is the first time I had really acted. So I got the ring light, and I made the first Planet video.
What?
Yeah, November 19th, 2019. And I was still working at this time, so I dropped it late Sunday night, went to sleep, woke up, and the video was at 1 million already. And as I was driving to work, I remember just refreshing, and it was 1.1 million, 1.2 million, 1.3 million, literally. And at the end of the day, it was 3.5, something like that. And I'm just sitting here typing my IT work, looking at my phone. I'm yo, it's no, those memes when it's the guys in the corner, it's they don't even know.
Yeah.
They don't even know I'm TikTok popping right now. So, and then, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, it's 25 parts. Yeah. And going in between that, I do a lot. So music, anime, skits, but I really kind of set the tone for personifying inanimate objects, or making things that don't have a voice, turn those into characters.
Streaming platforms.
Yeah, Hulu, Netflix, I did Girl Scout cookies. If Booty had a meeting, and I was just going meeting crazy. Juices was a huge one.
Yeah.
Planets, of course, and then the illegal anime pirate sites. All of that. I just kind of went wild with it. So I think we could pause there.
Yeah, it was lit, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun. I think the first one that I saw was the streaming sites one. That was the first one I saw. Then it made me go look, and then I saw the planets and everything else. Yeah.
Now, let's wrap back around to the planet series because I love that.
Okay.
So where did you get the idea to even do that?
So a lot of this success came from some of the hardest times in my life. So I remember I was going through a retrograde. It was a Mercury retrograde, and things were affecting me. And I remember my apartment flooded, because I live in a 2-floor condo. So the bathtub upstairs, the pipe came down, and it flooded the entire bottom floor. So I had to take out my entire wall, and my TV got destroyed. I went on a trip to Florida, and I got a super speeding ticket, and I also got a nail in my tire. And again, there's no TikTok money. There's just entry level IT jobs. So I'm like, yo, how am I doing this, trying to fund a career as well? And I remember I was taking a shower and I had TikTok at this time, but I was taking a shower, and I was like, yo, why is Mercury such a bitch? And I was just like, it kind of just cheered me up. And I was like, yeah, man, why is Mercury tripping? Every other planet, Saturn's cool, the sun, and if they actually talked, because I'm from New York, so if they were at a lunch table, that's how I was putting it. If they was at a lunch table, just bantering, what would that sound like? Because Mercury, she has no excuse, literally. You don't never hear. It's always Mercury retrograde. So I was like, the sun would, bring everybody together. The sun is stationary, and I would try to look at it scientifically and then translate that into human nature. So I'd be like, okay, well, the Mercury is closest to the sun. Venus and Mercury, Venus is the feminine, planet, god of fertility, whatever. And so Mercury and Venus would probably be friends. And I just went down the line, Mars, god of war, he'd be the instigator. He'd be the one throwing jabs. Uranus might be a little queer. Neptune, cool, rains diamonds, it's ice on it. So I'm like, yo, these actually, they're not all the same. They're actually very different. So I was having fun with that. And the first video, I didn't even include Neptune and Venus because the story was what I was focused on. I wanted to end it with Pluto as the kicker because I feel like before I did the planets, everyone forgot about Pluto. Planets were not a thing.
I did not forget Pluto.
So I was like, yeah, this is good. So that's how I came up with it. And after that, it was just,
Man, that's fire, bro. We had talked, and I didn't know how deep you were going into it till you told me how you were kind of doing the calculations about the distance. And this is where the new episodes, this isn't the oldest, this is the new stuff you've been releasing now. But that let me know, I'm like, yo, this man's doing his research heavy on this to make sure that it's very accurate.
Yeah, man. And I was late as hell, and I was up until 5 a.m. Editing, because I go to Rolling Loud on Wednesday, and then after I come back, I go to DreamCon. So it was the third episode. So me and my team said, me and one other person was saying, you need Keats, you need 3 episodes done, already uploaded, scheduled, because when you go to Rolling Loud, I'm there from the 19th to the 24th. I come back and then I fly out 28th to the 31st. And I've been known to take huge hiatuses, and I didn't want to do this because now it's a series.
Right.
The third episode, the one I was editing yesterday, was 7 minutes 30 seconds. So, and I have an entire intro and stuff. But I will say, after editing that video, I'm making the best videos on YouTube. Aside from Mr. Beast, I'm really making the best videos out right now. It's really different.
I love it, bro. I love it. Well, I want to take a segue and let's get into this.
Yes.
Sake
what is this?
we have here.
This is sake, right?
Yeah, it is. It's Ryu sake. So let's just taste it out. I've never had it, so I don't even know how this is gonna taste.
All right, cool, man.
Yeah.
I went to Japan.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
We're gonna get into that.
Oh man.
Niggas in Tokyo.
Hey, man.
Niggas in. Man, whenever that song comes on, that song is aging so beautifully too.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's a banger, bro.
But I actually do have one question.
Let's see how this smells. It smells like regular sake.
Which planet do you think is the fan favorite?
The fan favorite?
Yeah, I really want to know.
Man, Venus.
I knew it.
Venus.
I knew it. I knew it was Venus because Venus is low key my favorite.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Let's try
right.
it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
like we've had so much sake today that they're all running together, except for that lemon juice one.
This is very like wine.
It
heavy.
does
like,
give me wine vibes.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it has a little like spice at the end.
Got a little kick. They got a little kick to it at the end.
I'm not feeling the
This is
kick.
nice, though.
Where is the kick?
You don't taste like the little end, it's
Like on the back of your tongue.
Yeah. It's like it goes like
It's kinda
this,
like a
and at the end
dry-
it's
It
like,
is.
boop.
Oh, yes. It's
What is
like
that?
it's like a
Like
little
a
bit of static.
Yeah,
A little
That's a
bit.
little bit of static.
something that I don't know. I don't really know my wines like that, but something like one of them, like Chardonnays or like one of those white wines.
They got the end
Like,
taste
it's
to
like,
it.
I don't know. People call wine dry. I'm gonna be real honest. People call wine dry. I have no idea what dry means.
Oh, you'll
bruh.
know when you have a dry wine.
I know because when I had one time, it left my mouth like this.
Like your lips chapped?
Yes. No, because you're like, God
like,
dang.
man.
Like,
Oh, like
yeah.
literally dry. Like it take up all the
yes.
moisture.
Like, I need
it's
some
like
water.
it's liquid,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it
like I need
feels
water after
dry on your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
do
is nice
not-
to sip though.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
this is a great, little sipping sake.
It is a little sippy
But
sip.
yeah, Venus. You know what I thought about? Because I be in my head a lot. I'm a Taurus, and Venus is my ruling planet. So I was like, if there's something going on here, I was like, yo, why is Venus always hits? Like whenever if I'm stuck, which I'm never stuck writing.
Yeah.
But if I need something to like really break through or like something, I need a clip moment. Like you can always rely on Venus's character to just, like everything that happens. So like people tag me in like all this space stuff on Twitter and stuff. And they were saying, NASA's saying that there's 5,000 like exoplanets that should be a planet if Pluto's a planet. So I remember when I made the series about it, like the skit TikTok, Venus was like, she was like, you already know how hard it is to fit everybody in this room. Now you want to put 150 bodies at the door? And like the way that it was just delivered was fine. And I remember I did so many takes of that, but there's so many clippable moments of Venus. And I'm like, I wonder if that's because like it's the way, because it's the way I deliver it as well.
Yeah.
Maybe that character is so natural because it has something to do with the astrology
Yeah.
side to it. But people, of course, people love Pluto.
Yeah.
But I think people
I
are
love Pluto.
emotionally tied to Pluto,
Yeah.
I am.
whereas they're more entertained by Venus.
Venus, yeah. I can
Pluto
see
is
that.
like
Pluto's the underdog.
childhood nostalgia. Like,
Yeah.
like growing up, like when you're learning the planets, you always knew Pluto was the last. Like that's the last planet,
That's the
the
last one.
smallest.
Then they took it
of
away.
them. Then they took it away.
And I'm like, what?
I was
Then
just
they brought
like,
it back. I'm like,
Wait,
what?
they brought it back?
Did
No.
they didn't bring it back?
Yeah, they never
Oh,
brought it
okay.
back. But they
I thought they brought it back.
They low key tried to gaslight us into like thinking like, why would you ever think planets like Pluto is a planet? I was like, bitch, because you told
That's
me
what
it
you
was a
told
planet
us.
like for such a long time. And they did the same thing with
I had to
astrology.
memorize this in school.
I don't
Like,
remember. This was a long time ago, but I remember them like trying to like shift like the astrology like calendar and everything. And I was like, oh, I'm not a Taurus. I'm 100% an Aries. Like
Yeah.
100.
Like I feel like just innately, it's not just science. Although I try to, because I know NASA is watching my stuff and everything. Like I try to keep it as scientific as possible. But in the cosmic that I believe in and like the mystics, it just don't feel right that Pluto can just, you can't just forget about Pluto.
Right.
Pluto and these dwarf planets like Makemake and Eris and all that, they're not the same. And it don't, and I'm trying, like I literally be on the NASA website trying to find holes. like okay, nah, there's no way. But yeah, I've looked into some things like with the moons that Pluto has, but Pluto's orbit, and like, you're not gonna tell me like these Aztecs, they know what was going on.
Right.
You're not gonna tell me
Yeah.
that. All these civilizations that, before they said Pluto wasn't a planet, the Great Pyramids was already matching with the constellations of Orion's belt and all. Like, bro, come on. Like, okay, whatever. Y'all can have that now.
Yeah.
I think I can make Pluto a planet again.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
Pluto will always be a planet to
Exactly.
me.
He wins the popular vote every
hey,
time.
hashtag make Pluto a planet again.
That's what I'm like, yes, make Pluto great again. Come on now.
Yeah.
Now,
Pluto great.
man, like,
You
That's
got
crazy.
to. Yo, let's segue.
What's
Because we got to talk about you traveling to Tokyo.
oh, yes.
Yes, bro. We got to talk about the Tokyo trip. Like, and also what was filmed during the Tokyo trip.
Let's
bro.
get into it. What you want to know?
Yeah. So how was it? How was it like in Tokyo?
Life changing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Life changing.
How long were you there?
10 days from the 13th.
That's a good amount
So
of
the
time.
13th of April to the 23rd.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a really good amount of time to be there.
Was it a lot of like, so over here, everybody's always talking about anime, but it came from there. So is it very ingrained into the culture? Do you see it just like on the street? Do they have signs like, or?
Bro, I can tell you a story. Like, Japan is literally anime. Like it's not the other way around. Like anime comes from how Japan really is. So like when we flew in, so I went from Atlanta to LA, went from Atlanta to LA to Osaka, and then I flew into Tokyo. So from Tokyo we had to take a bullet train. But when we got there was something wrong with there's a JR rail. So it's like a bullet train and there's so many different train passes. So we needed to speak to somebody and they really don't speak English like that.
Yeah.
So we had to wait for the teller. And we were waiting at there, and there's like 3 stations, kind of like a bank if you walk up. So there was another person there, and they were getting ready to finish. And usually you wait for somebody to say, okay, come, like we're ready for you. But the person behind us was like, oh, they're done, and they walked up, and they were like, no, I'm sorry, we're not done, like whatever. And then he was like, oh, okay, sorry. So that person didn't finish up. So about 2 minutes goes by, and then the guy walks away again, and like she's like waiting, and then like he goes up, and both of the other cashiers, they put like their like going to lunch sign up at the same time, and the guy's just like, and they're like, no, I'm kidding.
Oh, dang,
that, like
okay.
literally on cue was hilarious, and like a lot of stuff, like little bits happen.
That seems like something that would happen in an anime.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
so I'm like, yo, like y'all are funny, and like there's such a huge language barrier that you may not realize that, you know, these people, you know, you may not be able to understand them, but their comedic thought process is very anime-like, which is what drew us to go there in the first place. So that's what I got to say about that.
That's fire. I love that, man.
Hilarious.
I love that. I went a long time ago, but I was very, very young. Got stranded there, but
oh my goodness,
I want to go back and like actually be able to turn up and have a good time. Like, yeah.
How many people did you go with?
18.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
we were all separate though.
Y'all.
Yeah, I thought it was like 5 of y'all.
Content creator. It was Vader was there, Caleb City, Lizzie, Black Kaiju, J-Lo Main, Baby Lotus, Kiki, Pierre Steps, like a lot of people. Like I'm forgetting a lot of people. Not forgetting, but not naming a lot of people.
A lot of these people have been to Trap Sushi too. Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Kimmy.
That's my Venus.
I'm done. Yo, it was lit, man. And you got to film, which is one of my Niggas in Tokyo is one of my favorite songs of yours. Did you went over there planning to do that, right?
Funny thing, I wouldn't have this Planet series if I didn't shoot Niggas in Tokyo.
Really?
Because
Why?
I said, so this is what happened. So before on TikTok, I used to swing it out. On TikTok, there was somebody that I met virtually named Faith Kamiko. Super beautiful. She's Blasian, and she lived out there. So I was like, you know, I want to go out there like super bad. Like it seems so cool. She was like, yeah, if you're ever out here, hit me up. So I told her like a couple like months in advance, like, hey, I'm actually gonna be out there. So she was like, yo, if y'all are coming to these dates, Ruby Rose has a show. And I can have y'all pull up. So this is still way in advance. And I'm like, yo, I need to do like, cause people are saying, you know, when I tell them on stream, I'm going there like, oh, you should do Niggas in Tokyo. I'm like, no, I should actually do Niggas in Tokyo.
Yeah.
So I bought this camera, Sony A7S3, $4,000 camera without the lens. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna make the beat. I made a beat and the beat was just fire. I didn't have it in mind because I was gonna do something else. But I was like, yo, this would, I put the hook on it. I was like, Niggas in Tokyo. I was like, okay, this actually kind of slides. So I made the song as if I had already went, which is kind of difficult because I didn't know, but I kind of knew everything, you know, up in the telly, they comp in the room, I could barely pronounce where I'm staying. Like I knew the hotels were comp because Lizzie, she went to ChatGPT. She was like, give me a list of 10 hotels in Tokyo, Japan, whatever, that do deals with influencers. And she just emailing crazy, and we didn't have to pay nothing. We stayed in 3 different 5-star hotels in Japan. So Roppongi, Osaka, and Shibuya. Okay. So that was lit. So I had the song already ready. I dropped it in the group chat with all like Niggas in Tokyo group chat, and we went out there and literally every time, there's so much footage that didn't make it. Like I don't know if you heard, but all of Tokyo's, do you know what Team Labs is? So Team Labs is like a interactive, they say like they rent out an entire IKEA, gut it, and they just put a bunch of like sensory obstacle courses.
Yo, no, I have seen it. I think they got something in Vegas. Like they got a a grocery store type thing or something.
It ain't a grocery store.
Yeah,
it's like an obstacle course.
Yeah, it looks like it's but it's kind of crazy.
Like they have like waterfalls, they have like colorful, they have like a bunch of strips coming down and like that, you know, it's like mystic, whatever. Tokyo went and we filmed. I didn't bring my camera because I didn't know what it was, but Tokyo brought his, and we was there. With the footage was fire. His entire memory card got wiped. He didn't have any footage, and we did team labs like 7 days in, and after that, yeah, bro, I could.
That'd be the worst, bro.
I would still be recovering from that.
That'd be the worst, man. You put in all that work, like you recording a song and then you forget to save it and it crashes.
Man, that's not hurt, bro.
That'd be the worst. Dang, bro. The team lab seemed like it was fire though.
It was. Yeah, it was really fun. And so they have different exhibits, you know, so they switch it up. The one that we went to was called The Planets.
There you go.
It's all full circle.
There you go.
Full circle moment.
It really is, though.
That's kind of hard. I can't even lie. That's
Yeah.
hard.
Man, I be living in synchronicity. It's really wild.
Obviously, the Planet series is like one of my favorite. Love the merchandise. So when is the new merch dropping for the Planet series?
So the new merch right now is in production, probably mid-August. So I have your bro's gonna be in the shoot.
Yeah, he just told me. Yeah.
Like literally your brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Cool.
Yeah, we got the merch coming in, the samples and everything, and then we shoot it, and then we upload it, and then, of course, I got to put my little wit spin on how I want to promote it and everything.
I just got looped in to my homie with some socks.
Where?
Too. Yes. Finally, bro. It took so long, bro. But just got the plug. So, yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah.
You want to get into the food?
I was going to say let's get into the food and then talk about some music.
Okay,
some new music. So, what we have here...
They're like peach Kit Kats.
Everybody knows Kit Kats, but the Japanese like to do these different kind of flavors.
They put a twist on everything.
Yeah, and so I found these peach Kit Kats at Wagaya Groceries, the Japanese grocery store, and I'm just like, this seems interesting. Like, we got to try it.
That he was supposed to take you to.
Yeah, Japanese.
We were supposed to go to the grocery store.
The best snacks.
And they have like these awesome vending machines like all over. Like I see them like in YouTube videos all over Japan, like in Tokyo. It's like I can just walk up to a vending machine and get some ramen. Like,
yeah, that's hard.
Literally, it's actually really efficient. Like, so we were in Japan, and you walk up and you wait for a table, but it's like no, don't wait for a table. You can actually just pick what you want outside, and it prints you the ticket. And I think they get it, or they come and get your ticket, and when they sit you at your table, your food is already ready.
Why can't we be that efficient?
So amazing.
Man.
Why can't Americans be this efficient?
I literally came back to America upset.
Oh, I would have been pissed.
Like from the airport, like why is this dirt on the ground? Why is this crack in the floor? Y'all are not.
Yeah.
And traditionally, like the Japanese are like very like thoughtful of like strangers, like other people. Like FIFA World Cup.
They were cleaning up after people.
Fans were cleaning the stadium after their games. Yeah, like
this how we
there was footage of like the Japanese fans like after Japan, either whether they won or they lost.
They were cleaning
up after themselves, cleaning up after like people that sat near them and everything. And I'm like, why? This looks like
it's gonna be actually pretty good.
Well, I broke my Kit Kat sideways.
Man, I did the same thing, bro. Mine is definitely broken sideways.
I don't want to touch it with my
fingers.
It don't smell good. It smells like peach.
Yo, I thought the inside was gonna be peach, but the chocolate is
peach.
Can I eat it?
Yeah, let's try.
Okay.
Whoa.
No. Yo, this is not bad.
All right, I gotta be this hot breaker.
This is not bad. I like peach.
I had three flavors hit me.
Like, chocolate should not be doing that. Chocolate should not be doing that.
Wait, is this chocolate?
I don't know. I didn't imagine it to be chocolate. They don't look like chocolate.
They were like, it's like I bit into it. First I got a peach, then I got very tart, then I got milk. And it was like 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 just like that. And I don't like that.
This joint smells good.
Creamy.
It tastes good.
I feel like I just ate perfume.
Hey yo, it's a win for me.
Yeah, I would definitely rate this like
it do feel like
1.
I just got like a flash of like those girls in high school.
It tastes like Bath and Body Works spray. Yes, it tastes like Bath and Body Works spray. Troop, what would you rate that?
Oh, I'm giving it a 5. I love it.
Out of what? 10?
5 out of 5. I love it.
I can't believe y'all finished it.
I love peach.
So you ain't never gonna have no better snack.
No. Let's not say that. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'll definitely probably have snacks that are on this level. But in the grand scheme of things that we tried on this show, this is a 5 out of 5 for me.
What would you rate this?
Out of 5?
Yeah.
2.8.
I'm giving this. I'm sorry. I love Japan. I'm giving this shit a 1.
Oh, that means it's more for me. So
you can have mine. You can have the rest of mine.
That means it's more for me.
I don't think. Oh God, you ever
Now
like
this though. This can get
Oh yeah, what do we rate
sake.
this? What do we rate
No,
this?
I mean-
I grabbed it. I saw this coming to save me.
I give this a 4.
out of 5?
Yeah, I give it a 4.
I mean, it's good enough for me to pour it up again.
Yeah, I was gonna get some more.
And this ain't
as
even
well.
mixed. This is straight.
It's straight up out the bottle,
Their
bro.
so their sake at Wagaya is actually very like smooth. Like,
Very smooth.
well, remember that one drink we brought you when we went to the remember that one drink we brought you, like that little
What was it, that pool
Yo,
party?
that-
strawberry?
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from the same spot. That shit bust.
Cool.
Cheers
Yeah,
again, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Okay, so like let's talk more about music.
Yeah.
So, first of all, when it comes to music, like when did you really get started with that?
Out the womb.
Oh.
From the jump.
My dad is from the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
He was born in the 60s, so he grew up around the 70s. You know what I mean? So he knew Crown Heights Affair. He's a bass player. He taught himself. He played by ear. So like he would go to these shows. And back then it wasn't like Earth, Wind, and Fire. If you went to the show, you could see them. Like you could talk to them. Like he's talked to like the greats and stuff. And they're like Herbie Hancock. He'd be telling me all these crazy stories. So when he had, his kids, he had an entire music room. I always had pianos. I had basses, guitars on the walls.
Wow.
A trumpet that was turned into a lamp. Like, so
wow.
literally as a kid, it would be like you wake up, you invite friends over, and y'all just play on the music, like instruments. So that was and so like literally growing up, my parents, they didn't pay for no extracurriculars. So my sister, 3 years older than me, she's like a piano prodigy. They started her on the piano, and my parents wanted me to do the piano, but I hated it just because my older sister was doing it. I wanted my own thing. So I wanted a trumpet so bad. I knew I wanted a trumpet since, I could get the trumpet when I was 10, so I must have wanted a trumpet by like 7 or 8. So I had to wait until, because when you go to 4th grade, they give you like a paper. What do you want to play? Trumpet, and I picked like saxophone and then like tuba. So I wanted to just make sure I got the trumpet. So they gave me a trumpet, and I remember blowing into it for the first time. I brought it home. Like I was just like waiting like for my classes. I brought it home and I blew into it. It's nothing but air. I was like, no, like my heart was crushed.
But that shit is hard to play,
nah,
bro.
you have to like
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And I was like, no way. I thought it was just, it sounded like, I thought I was gonna sound like Miles day one.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, you gotta work. So I was just going through. And then one day in like 5th grade, I was not the best naturally, but then one day my tone just got crispy, like, and they had me playing at churches. They had me, I was literally on tour.
Oh, that's
I would play
crazy, bro.
hymns. Yeah. So 4th grade obviously, but then 9th grade going into high school, I was beating out the seniors. The seniors were like afraid of me coming up because they knew I was gonna take their spots. So I was in the jazz band, first trumpet jazz band, first trumpet symphonic band. I was a drum major in marching band. I was voted best musician in my high school. Again, in New York. So Veterans Day, Memorial Day, and the 9/11 ceremonies, the mayor actually personally asked me to play taps. Like, burr, 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 all that. So, and also I'm an Eagle Scout, so I was the bugler. So I'd have to wake up at like 7 a.m. like that.
Yeah.
Like,
that's insane.
You guys
I know
have
the
very
band.
similar
Yeah,
stories.
the whole time you're listening, they're like, I'm like, dang, I remember the 3 I chose. I chose trumpet, French horn, and percussion, drums.
I picked up French horn for a little bit.
Yeah,
didn't
and I
stick
was
with it.
like,
It's different
what?
than trumpet.
You guys had choices?
Yeah, we put it on there, and then we had to write 3 down, and then we got to play each one, and then our band director selected where we should go, and she put me in percussion.
Oh, so you had to join band to get the paper to get choices.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just went to school.
No,
and they were
no.
like, you want to play an
I
instrument?
put the class down band. Like, I want to be in band.
My parents weren't
Well, for
gonna
me,
let
it was
do
you
that.
could be in chorus, band, or orchestra. You couldn't be in all or any. You had to choose one. And I knew it was just band because I wanted a trumpet.
What's the difference between band and orchestra? It's like just
Orchestra is all string.
Got you,
Viola,
got you.
violin,
I would have
cello.
loved to do orchestra.
got you. That's bro. You ever put a trumpet on a track?
Yeah, Chica. I've actually sampled. I sampled a lot of my trumpet earlier on, but like. I feel like I like to keep honestly, I really like playing classical trumpet. That's classical and jazz trumpet, I'd like try to keep that hip hop. I feel like if I'm sampling my trumpet with hip hop, it turned me into like De La Soul or Tribe Called Quest, which is cool, but that's not the type of music that I generally like. I like, Atlanta type shit, trap
like
beats,
trap music,
you know what I mean? So, but sometimes if I have a line that I need to, I'll play it.
Just add a little something to it. Yeah. I feel it. That's
Opera. Trumpet.
Yeah, so I was singing opera, bro. I was in like a boy choir, and we toured like when I was young.
Did you do this move?
Oh yeah. Yes. God dang, so you know some stuff, bro.
Core memory unlocked.
Bro, all of that singing with the palms clasped like this, bro. All of that, bro.
Now I see why you were like, I don't want to do this anymore as you got older, because that's lame as hell.
Man, it was crazy. Like I'm gonna be real. I wish I would have stayed in just like vocal wise and like, cause I was already fired. I was leading solos and stuff when we were touring, cause we was literally, bro. Like,
can you sing Conte Partito like Step Brothers?
I probably could if I practiced a little bit. I can't even count to you.
That's a great song.
Yeah, but like, yeah, bro, it was all that. So I relate. I understand, like, doing music, like growing up, like
But also I was a beatboxer though. I don't want to forget that.
Beatboxing is crazy. I was gonna ask you about that.
I
was gonna ask you about that too, because that was crazy. Because I heard it for the first time when you performed when it was that Monday night.
Yeah,
and I was just like, bro, what the did he?
I looked around.
I'm looking around. Where's the machine?
Yes, I was like, where's that coming from?
Yeah, I'm like, where's the machine? And I'm like, oh, I said
that's his mouth.
Yeah, yo, that's insane.
I was like, oh, that is fire. Because first of all, no one does that anymore.
Yeah.
Like at all.
Yeah. And like no one really, I mean, of course, if you look at like the American World Beatbox Competition, then it's crazy.
Yeah.
But like in Atlanta, when I would move here, that's how I'd start off my like, because I would be like the geek and I'd literally go on stage with the glasses and the Pluto backpack. I'd be like, hi guys. I'm Keats the geek. And I'd literally like just see people like zoning out and like, oh my gosh, who the fuck is this? Like, and I'd be like, oh, so yeah, hold on, let me test the mic. Are you fucking with me? And
yo, this is crazy.
And I would just go, so I would be like, drop that shit. And like, I would have the DJ. I would do it for myself because the DJ would be like, did I hit a button? Right. And I'd be like, yo, drop it. And then we would do it and he'd be like, nah, this shit fine.
Yo, yeah, that cool. Joint is insane, bro.
Yeah, but I'd be at the lunch table, like just, I'd be like in the bus, like going to middle school. Cause that's the thing. Before it was like simultaneously, picking up trumpet, and I had a drum set at my house. I would be listening to my music. I'd go to my sister's piano lesson. So I was surrounded by music. But in school, it would be like when they was trying to rap, I would just provide the beats.
Yeah.
Like, I would just go. So and then when I figured out, like right around 8th grade, I figured out that like I figured out how to do that, and that just became like the bait. No one was doing that.
Yo,
so.
They still aren't.
Yeah, nobody still isn't doing that.
Still not doing that.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, yo, yeah, bro. That joint is hard. Like, so hold on. So you never did like the like that.
Okay, true. Rap.
Yeah.
Troop kill 'em.
Trap Sushi Live, and it is a vibe. Yeah, can I get a high five? Okay.
So yeah, that always came first, but like when you just needed the like flavor of the like, yeah.
Yeah, dang,
but
bro.
That's how I, we locked in.
Yeah.
But like, that's how I could just, when I want to make a beat, the drums are just the easiest because I can already hear it.
You can hear it in your head.
Bro, if I had like 2 more mouths, it would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Pause.
So what would your dad say to him? What would Daddy D say to him?
Oh, what you doing? Making songs in your head?
So like, I guess like his dad was like presenting somewhere or something. He was talking about his children. He was just like, I try to talk to my kids. I try to give them advice, and they playing music in their head.
No, seriously. I'll never forget when it was like, when I realized, oh, this is probably bad. We were sitting in the car and he was talking to me, and then I hear him, he's like, we get stocks, you have to jail. And literally, he stopped and he looked at me, and I caught myself because I'm over there like this. He's talking about stocks and there's no music playing. I'm like, at first he thought I was nodding yes, but then he's like, what, you playing music in your head? I'm like, oh. But it was about stocks though. Like try to make it easy out.
But we had beatboxing growing up. Like, what like really kept me inspired and it was fun? I'm like, yo, that shit is a vibe.
Yo, that joint is crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, Timberland, like now we're talking about this, I have to say this. Timberland, like Zay was, this is my cousin Zay. Zay was the first one who put me heavily on to Timberland and that beatboxing production. And I used to love how they would like throw like the little sounds in there. Like there's a baby cry on one of the tracks with Aaliyah.
Yeah, Aaliyah.
Man, Yo, I love that. I like that was like my first kind of like intro into like
One in a Million. He has the crickets as the hi-hat.
Yes, yo.
Like he's so innovative,
man.
And also I grew up on Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott was my favorite rapper. It was literally 50 Cent, Missy Elliott, and Eminem because I didn't have a lot. My parents was cheap, and I think they was just cheap because just to be cheap, to build character. Cheap.
Yeah.
But me and my sister, we go to Tower Records, and we could get one CD. My mom would take us every week. Or every other week, go get Pokemon cards or a CD, and me and my sister could share a CD. So we both was like, she likes girl artists, I like rap. Missy Elliott was the perfect combination. So we had all the Missy Elliott stuff.
Yeah, I had a cookbook.
And Timbaland was nah.
The cookbook, that was one of my favorite albums. That was the first album of hers that I kind of got.
I think the first one was like Under Construction.
Yeah. I missed those. I got on to Missy Elliott with the cookbook, and that was the first time I heard somebody do like the scratching on there, and I was like, yo, that's insane. Like I
remember
loved it.
Running home, because also I danced. I don't know if you know. Like I danced like growing up, like actually like locking and shit.
Dang, I didn't know that.
I was in my high school, I was voted best dancer and best musician. But I remember coming home looking at the TV. I think I first got cable like when I was like in 6th grade, and I would come home and I just watch BET and wait for DJ, please pick up your phone. I'm on the request line. I was going crazy.
Man, that little white girl, I used to love the little white girl videos.
From Disney Channel.
Yo, she would go
insane.
I don't even know her
Where
name.
is she
She was
now?
in Step Up though.
But she used to
she was in like
cut
all
up,
the
yo.
Disney Channel like things
She used
back
to
then.
cut up,
She
yo.
was going crazy, and she was in multiple Missy Elliott.
Yeah,
Yes.
she was.
Missy like, yeah, you need to come back.
was.
Like that joint was fire, man. It was fire, yo.
Yeah,
Man.
music is the, like one of the only reasons I can do what I do like so easily with the videos, because a lot of people don't realize sound is more important than the video in video.
Yeah.
If you have messed up sound, people won't even want to
Your
watch
sound
it.
design on the episode 1 of the Planet series, I was like, yo, the sound design is immaculate.
Right.
It was
Thank
on point.
This is like
bro.
all like Zay's thing.
Yeah, yo, so like,
Sound.
it was so on point. I was like, yeah, I said, and I knew you produced, so I'm like, I know he's doing it. You're doing it yourself, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I'll say that. Either if I want to score something, I'll select, oh, my friend made this beat. Let me, put this in here, or like I know this. But I'm not using anything that's copywritten. But for episode 3, which is more horror, I score everything organically. I don't even use any of my original music in it, which is kind of limiting sometimes. But it's actually, it's pulling things out of me as a creator, because with horror, there's a lot of strings. So I'm using like violins, violas, and a lot of timpani and orchestral things to create that suspense. So which in hip hop, I ain't touching no timpani.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, I can actually, get into my chords and, build these minors and things like that. So it's really fun. And I'm learning a lot, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
It's hard.
I can't wait for y'all to see this.
I think
hard.
episode 3 is gonna be my favorite because I'm a huge horror movie buff.
Yeah,
Really?
she loves
Like
horror.
horror is my favorite genre, absolutely hands down.
Okay.
She loves it.
I got something for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't scare very easily. There's only one movie ever where I was like, and then I still rewatched it a few
I ain't
times,
Stephen
and that
King,
was
but-
Insidious.
Oh, Insidious?
Yeah.
Did they come out with a new one, or?
I heard they did. I don't know how good it is. I saw people tweeting about it. I'm like, why are you talking about this old movie? It's just like Modern Warfare 2. I remember them like tweeting about it. I'm like, why are we talking about such an old game? And I was like, oh, they
I don't even play.
remade
I don't even play Call of Duty
Okay.
anymore. Call of Duty is too much.
I'll
for me
never
now.
let go of Call of
Yo,
Duty.
a little tangent, like, I don't even know how much time we have, but like, y'all hear about this strike?
Oh, the writer's strike.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
now it's the actors. The actors joining. That's because
Writers
Are they
in
really?
SAG.
yeah, because the executives were like, "Oh, we're just gonna wait until the writers start losing their houses and stuff, and then they'll come back to us." And now the actors, I guess the actors
I think
want to
last
rally.
night or last 2 days,
just
SAG-AFTRA. And SAG-AFTRA is who everybody in Hollywood, or like,
Yep.
I think it's like 150,000 actors
Yeah.
are signed to SAG-AFTRA. If you are acting seriously, you are in SAG.
Yes.
And it is just ridiculous. Like, they had like Matt Damon saying we not coming back. Deadpool 3
They
just stopped
just
production.
stopped production on Deadpool 3.
Like,
Yeah.
Bro, everything is done,
Yeah.
bro. So I'm literally gonna go home and make a video. Like, I need to talk to content. It's literally a content creator thing, because being 3 episodes into my own series, it's like I gotta have like other creators step up, because
Yeah.
it's I don't want to say the perfect time, but
No,
it's very
but this
sad
is
because
the time.
the actors are literally fighting for their like rights to like not just be taken over by AI.
Yeah.
Like they can take Morgan Freeman's voice and have him dub it in
AI,
Spanish.
AI
so it's like, bro,
are
where
crazy.
y'all can take my likeness so easily from this machine.
You see the one that they were doing for like the background
too,
people too. They was like, if you're like an extra, like a background actor, and I did that for a minute. Like when I first moved here, and like it was making me money. Like I was getting some bread. Like I would do that like 5 days out the week. Right. But they're like, okay, now new background thing is you come in one time and we pay you $60. Now we own your likeness and we can use you as a background actor for unlimited amount of time. That's forever. Crazy, bro. It's like, bro, so what?
Why can't we just stop at ChatGPT? Like,
man,
that's as far as I'll go.
It's about to get crazy.
The greed is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but as a content creator, like this is a good time to release stuff, because if everything on on like the Blockbuster end is on hold, well, people want to consume something.
They want media.
They still want the media,
but they want to consume good stuff. Like like content creators, I feel like since the pandemic, we've been allowed to just put out little short trending videos, like things that are quick. Link up with somebody, make a quick TikTok. But it's like, no, sit down and actually, you should be us as single content creators. I want for my peer to be like, as of yesterday, I don't see myself in competition with the creator peers. I see myself in competition with Netflix and Hulu and all of, like, we as creators, the young creators that have been doing this and have learned YouTube and learned how to capture an audience, build a fan base, we can be replacing entire teams at these studios. Like, there's no excuse. And with a camera and some mics, yes, get the hardware, do whatever you can, but like, you can write, like you can build your own show. Just go for it.
Man, Vin Diesel got his breakthrough after years and years of trying to be an actor, living in Hollywood, and never made it. He found a book called Making a Movie on a Budget. He shot a film for 3 bands, $3,000. He got entered in all these festivals. That's how he got all his roles on like Riddick. And then even after stuff like that, that's how he got to start on Fast and the Furious. And now look at that franchise. Like,
we're
off of $3,000 in a film he did.
10 in and still going to space. But so with all that being said, I am still not finished with the Fast and Furious franchise, but I think I'm on number 8. But
I think I'm 2 behind too.
Yeah. You're on where are you?
I'm 2 behind.
2 behind.
They came out with 10?
Yeah, we're on number 10 now.
Yeah,
well, if you're not including Hobbs and Shaw, I think.
Yeah, it's 10. Yeah. I just started 9, and
okay.
Don't spoil anything.
I'm not. It's interesting. Like I can tell the budgets are a lot bigger because the stunts are a lot more like, this is not possible.
So we are starting to dwindle down on time, but before we let you go, and it's so crazy because we did not touch on none of this at all the whole time. We have a list of rapid questions, so you have like 5 seconds to answer them. Most of them are anime related, and that's like the only thing we didn't get a chance to really touch on.
We talked about everything
else. Which is crazy. It was just so crazy. So,
let's get into it.
All right, favorite anime?
Damn. That time I was reincarnated by a slime.
Oh, let's fucking go. I love that.
That is
I've actually watched
very depressing
I've watched it 3
show.
times.
I watched it twice.
I really like it.
Imagine waking up as a slime. Whatever.
Because it's giving me video game, like the level up, like
RPG, almost, MMORPG.
Yes. Okay, continue.
Worst anime?
Fire Force.
Wow. Wow. But the song is great. Their intro song is amazing. Okay. Most controversial anime take?
Oh, bro. I don't harp on these. I need more than 5 seconds for this. Most controversial anime. Fire Force is good. That Deku is a good character, good main character.
She hates Deku.
You actually believe that?
I hate Deku.
I also hate him. Like
she calls him Naruto Crybaby.
I
have a note. I'm pretty sure I have a song starting a hook called "Fuck Deku."
That is hands down one of the worst anime main characters is that nigga. Like,
and Gojo's not that pretty.
Whatever. Okay, favorite cosplayer.
Kiara, please.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. All right. And last one. Are you single?
Yes.
Nice. Cool. All right. Well, Keats is single, y'all.
Hey, tell everybody where you can.
What an anime question.
Yeah,
right.
We gotta throw that in at the end.
Gotta throw you off a little bit.
Tell everybody where they can find you online, bro.
This camera right here, yeah.
This one. What's going on? Keats. Most socials, Keats did it, but Google's doing its thing. Please subscribe to me on YouTube. I have a Planet series that you have never seen the likes of, so please go and support that. I promise you will enjoy it.
Yes,
but yeah,
sir.
I appreciate y'all.
Hey.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Keith.
appreciate you, bro. And as always, like, share, subscribe.
Do all that good shit.
Catch us at the party or right here on Trap Sushi Live.